Hello. I don't know about you. I am super excited for this year, and it's all in our decisions. So today, I want you to take an extra step and make an extra decision to create, or maybe you're rediscovering, or you're refreshing, or maybe you are building, or just trying to understand how to embrace your brand as a personal brand. Okay. So that's what we're digging into today. We're going to talk about how to build a personal brand that actually generates revenue for you. And what exactly does that mean? But before we get started, I first want to introduce myself. My name is Gina Tassinelli. I'm the creator of Stylishly Branding with Gina, which is a division of our social media marketing agency, Hype Media. And I work with women just like you, women entrepreneurs, women-led business owners, coaches, consultants, network marketers, experts, thought leaders that are truly, truly looking for a real, practical, and simple way to elevate your visibility, elevate your business to a place where people are finding you, connecting with you, and wanting to work with you, but doing it in a way that's heart-centered and service oriented. If you're brand new to the page, just drop a hashtag new. I would love to say hello and give you a shout out. And if there's something that you love that I share with you today, give me a hashtag wow, because that lets me know that, okay, Gina, something you said definitely resonated. And if you're watching this on the replay, I come back and I answer everyone's questions. So please do not be shy. I say this every time I go live, but it can be a little awkward to just be speaking into a camera. So this is an opportunity for us to really connect and just have a conversation. All right. I will tell you, I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything. In fact, the things that I share are things that I've just learned from my own experience that I then share with my own clients and I have seen results from. And I love learning new things. I'm constantly learning new things. And I think that that's why you're here as well, is to learn something new. Or maybe you need a refresh or a recap on these types of topics. So I first want to start by talking about, let's see, let me open up my notes here. I want to share with you some stats. And I'm kind of nerdy when it comes to this kind of stuff, especially when it involves technology, social media, anything digital, because that's the space that I'm in. And it's my job to stay on top of these kinds of things for my clients and for you. So listen to this, and this, it might be surprising, maybe it's not, but you'll understand where I'm going with it. So there obviously are tons of studies and surveys and things like that done by different types of resources, but this came from Data Reportal, okay? And in October of 2021, 4.55 billion people were using social media around the world, okay? That suggests that 9 in every 10 internet users are on social media each month. Think about that, 4.5 billion users. Now, you know pretty much all of the platforms for social media, right? And you probably get lost in these. And you most likely don't see the same thing twice. You definitely don't see everything that everybody else posts. There are algorithms involved. A lot of that has to do with your own activity on these platforms, who you're in contact with, what are you surfing on the web about those types of things, what are you clicking on, what are you engaging with. Now, in October of 2021, up to 12 months prior, okay, social media grew by 409 million new users in 12 months. So from October of 2020 to October of 2021. That means that on average, there are 13 new users every single second. So why is this important to note? Because there's a lot of clutter. So it's like a catch-22. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You know social media is the place that you need to be on, right? But there's a lot of clutter. Raise your hand. Let me know. Let me know down below. Would you agree? There's tons of clutter on social. And as somebody who is an entrepreneur, I have a company that we also sell products, fashion accessories. That's tied into Style Rebel Mama and personal styling, image consulting. I know that when it comes to products, it's really hard to really break out of that clutter on social media. It's challenging, but there's one thing that shifted that for me with that side of the business, and that was showing up as a personal brand. Now, as a service-based entrepreneur, as somebody who helps other service-based entrepreneurs to show up online, as an agency as well that helps businesses to show up online, how do we get business? Because there's so many people that do what I do. It's by doing things like what I'm doing right now, by showing up as myself, as a brand, as the leader in front of my business, which is what I want to share with you today. And I'm so passionate about this because when we started the agency, we just hit 14 years in December. I didn't start out this way. Even somebody who was helping businesses show up on social media, I myself was not showing up like this. I was very private. I didn't have a Facebook business page for a while. I didn't even have a business Instagram profile. It was private. Up until I would say maybe 3 years in, 4 years in is when I changed it, because what I realized was that I was not connecting with my perfect humans, with my perfect clients. They were just seeing a logo, and a logo doesn't sell people. It doesn't tell people what you do. It doesn't help people feel that transformation that you can provide for them. And neither do products. Okay. So unless you are a huge organization that has hundreds of thousands, millions to spend on paid traffic, in order to break through that clutter, you need to show up and offer value and show up as a human being. All right, so let's get into this. So why is a personal brand a great way to increase sales for your business? All right. Here's what it is. It's exactly that. It's promoting personally. Now, I don't mean that you want to be spamming people and be talking about yourself all over the place. That's not what it's about. It's promoting what your values, what your mission as a human being provides to other people. Okay. And so a personal brand is going to be everything about you that can lead your business and really represent your business in a more human way. And so let's talk about really quick. I'm going to give you an example. So who knows the owner of Virgin? Richard Branson. People don't know him, don't know. Okay, so they know him as the owner of Virgin because he himself has built up his name as a personal brand. It's not because Virgin has been built up as a personal brand. It's because of Richard Branson, right? So with the right personality, your branding, which by the way, is not you. Okay. So branding are the things that help represent you as a brand, like your logo, your colors, your fonts, things like that, your message tone. All right. By putting all of these things together, that is going to help generate more sales to your business, because people are now going to be able to relate more to your business on a human level. And that's what people want, especially now more than ever. Over the last couple of years that we've had, now more than ever, people want to connect. They need to connect. They need that human level of touch, when it comes to business. So there's several ways that you build a personal brand to increase your sales. And I'll tell you one of the biggest reasons that this helps your business. It's a complete game changer when you embrace the fact that this is something that you just have to do if you want to get out of the clutter and if you want to truly have a business that's long living and to build relationships from, is because your perfect clients are going to see your face. They're going to hear your tone of voice. They're going to see you as a human versus a business. And even though they know that you are in business, they actually are going to feel that connection. If you're showing up with just your products and your logo and your website and offering your services, they're not actually seeing the face of a company. They're not building that connection with you. So it's really important to remember that there is that personality to your business, and only you can control that personality. And now is the time to do it. Here's another fun stat. So 78% of salespeople who use social media outperform their competitors. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. I honestly don't believe that you really have any competition. When you show up as a personal brand, you can't have competition because there's only one of you, unless you've been able to clone yourself. And that is not possible right now, right? So how do you build a personal brand? All right. So there's several factors that you want to consider when you are doing this. Number one is you want to do your research first. You want to see what other businesses, other business leaders, other experts, other thought leaders in your industry, you want to see what they're doing. Follow them. In no way am I suggesting that you want to copy them, but you want to see how are they putting themselves out there. If you're on social media, follow their pages. Look at the engagement that they're getting, the back and forth banter, the conversations that are happening on their pages. And take note of that. Save that. Literally save that. This is also going to help you understand what is working and what is not working, because honestly, when we're talking about the social media space, it's literally like changing underwear. Things change every minute. Now, I'm not saying that you change your underwear every minute of the day, but they change constantly. It is constantly changing, evolving. Okay. Something that may have worked yesterday may not work today, and vice versa. So staying up to date with these kinds of things is really, really important when you are putting yourself out there, your business out there, and you're trying to connect with people digitally, virtually. Number two is you want to consider and you want to embrace your qualities and your values, because your qualities and your values are the strongest element of your personal brand. This is what's going to attract the right people to you. So just to give you an example, if you are constantly promoting product, okay, and I can say, because I've been in network marketing, this is something that's very common. But if you're constantly promoting, join my team, buy this product, we have this bonus today, that's what you're going to be seen as. You're going to be seen as a product pusher. That does not share your qualities and your values. In fact, your audience, those that may be your perfect clients, you may be scaring them away, because they're going to see you as somebody who is just out to make money. And yes, we are in business to make money, right? But we're in business to actually help people get results, and then that's how we make money. So it's not your product that's going to bring them results. It's actually you, especially if you're a service provider. So you want to consider, what are the qualities and values that you have, and how can you connect those to what it is that you offer? Okay. And make a list of these. And I will tell you, this is how you really start to build a content strategy that works and that gets people really connected with you, to engage and build those conversations that need to happen in order to build relationships, and then have more of a human connection with them to the point of where they want to buy from you. What number am I on? I think I'm on number, let's see, one, two. I'm on number 3. Number 3, you want to live your brand. Okay. You want to live your brand. You do not need to, and this is a mistake that I did. I was keeping myself very private and personal. And then when it came to business, it was very corporate-y. And this is, after being an entrepreneur for a few years, that's how I was doing my own marketing. And I should have known better. But it's different when it's your own business. You're so close to it. It's hard to see that outside perspective. So you want to show up as a person in your business. And there's different ways that you can do that. You can do that by going live on video, recording videos, doing, there's other tools now available like Reels and TikToks. Those show off your personality, but you can still make those part of your business by sharing tips and sharing value. By also, when you build a community on Facebook, when you have a group, show up as you, not as your business page. Show up as the human. When you are typing your emails to people, make them more personable, more relatable, more conversational, right? So live your brand. Number 4, you want to create a personal brand strategy. And there's different types of content that should be part of your strategy to help you with this. And so that you have a variety of types of content. If it's always promotional, guess what? You're going to miss people that don't even know who you are. Why would they buy from you? If it's always telling stories, then people aren't going to take you seriously like you have a real business, because you're never offering them anything, any service or any offers, right? So there needs to be a nice balance and a nice mixture. So we like to put content out there for myself, but also for our clients. And this is something that I also teach inside of the Splash Marketing Collective, is the content that goes out there should be about you, to build so that people get to know what your character's like. It should also be to build connections. So, maybe highlighting your clients, testimonials, sharing a story, also offering something of value, giving credibility to you, and then making offers, content that's going to convert them. But it needs to be a mix of all of those things, because as people are engaging with you and becoming aware of you, there are different stages of that. It's kind of like dating, right? When you start dating someone, now I'm married and I'll be married now for almost 20 years, but we didn't just get married like right when we saw each other, right? We went through a process. And so the same thing happens with your own marketing and when you're showing up as a personal brand. Number 5 is you want to be consistent. Now, there is a difference, I believe, between being consistent and providing being consistent with the quality that you put out there. So it is no longer the days where you needed to post 4 times a day in order to get seen on social media. That is just not going to happen anymore. There is remember, I told you there's how many billions of users on social every just in the world, right? Using social media. So there's only a certain amount of inventory on these platforms. And so you do want to be consistent, right? You don't want to post one day and then disappear and never post again, but you want to be consistent also with your activities on social media. You want to engage with others' content, not just dumping content all the time. You want to respond to people. You want to follow other people as well. You want to send people messages and be consistent with this. Block out some time in your day, whether it's first thing in the morning, later at night, whatever works for you. But literally in 15 minutes a day, you can have this consistency that doesn't take over your life. You absolutely do not need to be on social media 24/7 in order to get found and to generate contacts that lead to business on social media. All right, number 6 is tell stories and then let others share it. So tell stories about an experience that you had with a client. Maybe it was an experience in a coaching setting that you were in, or in a mastermind, or in a training that you were in, or a new offer that you're providing, or a new service, or building a new program. Share these stories, let people in, show them behind the scenes of what things look like, right? So just be a real human. And the last thing is be grateful and think with abundance. Something that I have learned over the last few years myself, honestly, is that as somebody who in business especially is always trying to be a high achiever, I have found that that can actually also hurt me, because as a high achiever, as somebody who's always on the go, who's very persistent, who's not afraid to try new things, I also am someone that expects results right away, or expected results right away. And so what I found was that when that happens and then things don't happen right away, I get in a place where it's not serving me. I'm thinking, you know what? I've heard that before. I've tried that before. It doesn't work. Or I'm just sick of them and I throw in the towel. And that is the worst place to be. So there are fundamentals that really need to happen in order for all of this to come together and actually work. And the foundation to build this is really to show up as a personal brand now more than ever. So if you want some personalized tips on where maybe you have some gaps and need to connect the dots a little bit better, that can be a huge game changer to your business, I invite you on a 30-minute Ignite Your Personal Brand and Influence call with me. Okay, so it's free. We hang out for 30 minutes. I'll tell you, it's typically 45 minutes. And I literally walk you through what you're already doing on social media. So I'll take a review, kind of like an audit of your profiles, of your marketing, of what you're putting out there, and I'll give you some real personalized tips to help you fill in those gaps and connect the dots to help make a difference in your business so that you can be a better service provider and have a bigger impact in other people's lives and also in yours. So just drop #standout down below and I will shoot you a message via Messenger with how to schedule that. I will tell you, you'll schedule the call, and then there's also a questionnaire that needs to be filled out before we jump on that call. Okay, so that is required. If you don't fill that out, we don't get on the call. So it really helps me know a little bit better of where you're at in your business, whether you're new or you've been in business for a while, or maybe you're restarting. Okay, all right. So we're gonna do a quick little recap. And so for those of you that are maybe just hopping in or catching this later in the replay. So here are 8 ways to build a personal brand that will help bring in more revenue. Okay. So number 1, do your research first. Take note of what other thought leaders, experts in your industry are doing and see what's working for them. Do not copy them, but see what's working for them. Pay attention. Also, get in on all of the social media and digital trends, because things change literally like you change your underwear. Okay. Number 2, you want to consider all of your qualities and values. Remember, a personal brand is about you. It's not about your product. It's not about your services. It's not about your offers. It's about you. So make sure that your qualities and values are representative of your business and vice versa. Number 3, live your brand. It's no more the days of keeping things super private. And I'm not saying you need to dish out your dirty laundry. I'm saying be a person, be a human on your business profiles. Share about you, share about your experiences. And this is going to allow you to promote your values, your mission, and your qualities. Number 4 is make sure that you have a personal brand content strategy. This is going to include different types of content, not just promotional. Okay. Because remember, new people that are just coming into your space, they don't know you that well. They're not ready to buy from you. So you want to have a variety of content. And this can look like content about you, about your personal life, about experiences that show your character. And then there's content that builds connections. It could be funny things. Have fun on social media. Be social. Share experiences. You want to also share your credibility. So share strategies that are working. Share your clients' testimonials or your client experiences. And yes, you want to also promote. Share content that's going to convert people into a new lead or sales, depending on what you have going on. But you want it to be a variety of those, a mix of those. Number 5, I think we're on number 5, is be consistent with quality. Not consistent meaning dumping content all the time, but be consistent with your actions on social media, with your actions in your business, with reaching out to people, making new connections, talking to people inside of groups and other places on social, and engaging with other people's content. The last thing you want to do is post something and then disappear for a week. You need to be consistent to stay in the algorithm and to keep people seeing you. Number 7 or number 8, I think I skipped something. Who knows? I might be off on my numbers. Is you want to tell a story. Tell a story. Tell a story that talks about an experience about something. Storytelling is one of the best ways to get people to really connect with you as a personal brand on a human level in your business. And it's not always easy to do. Maybe you need to get a little bit vulnerable. So something that I like to do is I use my senses. I think about something that I saw that day, something that I smelled, and maybe something that I tasted, and I build a story behind that. Or maybe it's something that I heard, right? So tell stories. People want to get to know you. They need that more than ever. So I hope that you enjoyed today's training. I will see you next Thursday, same time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. Remember, drop #standout down below to get on a standout online accelerator call with me. And until next week, have a fabulous rest of the week. Bye, guys.